Okay, hello everybody. Today is Wednesday, May the 4th, be with you. And here we are at Old Town Quilt Shop in Orchid, California. Here is our web address, our email, and our phone number for those of you who are new to our show. And if you are interested in coming and visiting us in person, here's our address and our hours, which are Monday 3 p.m. to 7 p.m., Tuesday through Friday 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Alrighty. So, let's talk shop tour. So, premium passports. If you're not familiar with the premium passports for the shop tour, first of all, we are sold out. We sold out very, very quickly. So the premium passports is they were $10, and that got you a really nice canvas bag and also a specially designed pin at every shop that you visit during the shop tour. Now the shop tour is June 3, 4, and 5, so we're just a month away from that. It's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You can still get the free passports at the tour. You know, starting the first day of the tour, you go to your first shop and you get your free passport, but you won't be able to get the free bag or the free pins with it. You can purchase the bag, and I believe you'll also be able to purchase the pins during the shop tour from each shop. So, but just so you know, the premium passports at our shop are sold out, but I think that Creation Station still has some, Grant House might still have some. I know that So Fun has about 12, and Quilter's Cupboard might still have some. So if you are on the hunt for premium passports, I would try those shops first. Okay. So I guess let's get to some fabric. We don't have a whole lot to show you today, so we'll go quickly. But bonus, at the end of the fabrics, we have a new class to tell you about, and you guys are being excited about this one. Okay, so the first fabric, you're going to be thinking deja vu. This is Rose Lemonade. Now we already had some from this collection of Rose Lemonade that we have had for some time, but you know, this fabric's just, they like to hang about in other places, and so this one is just hanging around, but now it is here just in time for the shop tour and just in time for summer for lemonade. So this is Rose Lemonade from Robert Kaufman. It is kind of a bubblegum pink background with lemons. It looks purpley on screen, but it really is not. Yeah, much lighter than what you see there. And it has the bright yellow lemons and then kind of these tonal outlines of lemons, and then it has gold metallic on it. If you remember, this pink also has some gold metallic on it. This lemon fabric has the metallic, and the green also has the metallic. So they all have that kind of gold metallic, and then this is the roses of Rose Lemonade. So that is the final bolt of that collection. Yay! Took a little while, but it's here. These would make great placemats and napkins for the summertime. Even for a picnic, like a picnic party, say. Okay, the next one is a white on white. This one is called Americana. It's $13.45 a yard from Wyndham Fabrics. So you should be able to see on here, but it is like waving flags. So flags that are just kind of waving in the wind. You've got the stars and then you've got the stripes there. So, and this is a true white. It is a true white, and it's a pretty heavy white on white. You know, there's a lot of the white on top of the white on there, but it's, you know, it's a good quality fabric. So again, this one is Americana, and this one's in our patriotic section as opposed to in our white on whites. Okay, for those of you who like coffee, we have Coffee Connoisseur, and these are $13.45 from Wyndham Fabrics. And so we have this one. This is directional. It goes up or down. Of all the different coffee cups, the cool little designs on them, all filled with coffee and either steam coming from them, or they've got those funny designs on the little latte tops there. And it's kind of a dark reddish brown background. And then you have the coffee beans on kind of a, I don't know, ivory colored background. It's a little bit mottled, I think. And the coffee beans aren't very dark. They're not as dark as what you see. And then we have the words, which go every which way. So this one, it doesn't make any difference which way that one goes. And again, placemats, table runners, napkins, mug rugs, these would all be great for this. Or if you have a true coffee lover and you want to make a quilt out of this, this would be a great 3-yard quilt. Or an apron. This would make a great apron. You could make it double-sided, do the coffee cups on one side and the beans on the other, and alternate the pockets. It'd be super cute. And then we have to go with it this basic called Spectrum, and it is $12.55 a yard from Wyndham Fabrics. So it goes, you know, we got it to go with the coffee collection, but it could also go with your Western. It can go with anything that needs dark, like your fall projects. So this is actually in with the coffee, but it could work with a lot of different things. And it's just kind of a mottled, maybe like brushed kind of look to it. Okay. And this is the start of the time of the year that we get Christmas coming in. So even though we don't want to be thinking about Christmas, especially on a day like today where it was, you know, warm and 75, we are thinking about Christmas. So this is Merrymaking by Moda Fabrics, and they're $13.80 a yard, with the exception actually of this one. This one is, this green one is less because the others have metallic. So this is kind of an all-over dot. It's meant to look, you know, like snow, but this would be a great basic. This could go with anything, not just Christmas, but it's a pretty olivey green. And these are all gingerbread. So if you're familiar with gingerbread, you'll be familiar with this style. And so these are the holly leaves and berries, and they do have some silver metallic in there, but it's not, you know, it's not gaudy. You can't hardly tell. It just kind of looks like gray until you get close, and then you can see that it's got the silver. And then we have the red shimmer with, again, silver. It's got some silver dots on there, and this is kind of a tone on tone. So you've got the lighter red background and then the darker red dots in addition to the silver dots. And then we have a blue one with silver dots, so it's a real nice navy blue with the silver. And yes, these do all go together, even though it doesn't seem like they do. There's just pieces of this collection that we didn't get, but we are expecting the 5-inch squares, the charm packs. But, you know, as with everything, they could be 5 months later. We have no idea. But if you want the yardage, I suggest getting it now. So, you know, the holly berries, they would make a great border. This would make some great sashing. The red and the blue would make some great go-withs as well. Or add these to some other, you know, you could even put these, the red and the blue with patriotic. You know, there's all sorts of things that you can do with those. But these are your more traditional type Christmas. So that's Merrymaking. Okay, so that's it for fabric. It's a pretty light week this week, but we do have a new class. I'm going to talk about some upcoming classes that start this month. So if you want to get in these, you'll need to do it soon. There is room in both of them. I'm going to kind of hide because it's a little surprise. Some of you might have already seen it, but okay. So Take a Stand Tote is this month. It is a 2-day class, May 21st and 22nd. That's a Saturday and Sunday. It's $60 plus the pattern and supplies, and there's homework to do ahead of time. And then we have the Wreath Sampler Quilt Block of the Month, which is 5 months running from May to September. It's $100, and that covers all 5 months. Plus you need the pattern. It takes a 60-degree diamond ruler, and then the rest of your fabric and supplies. That one starts on May 10th, so if you're interested in that, you'll need to get a jump on that, and there's homework to do ahead of time for that. So the class that you've all been waiting for, that we've been talking about, is, ta-da, the machine binding class. And I know this is probably going to fill by the end of this video. So it's going to be Saturday, June 18th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and it's $35. We are actually going to supply you with some stuff like pre-quilted pieces and some binding pieces that are already cut and ready to be attached, just to make this go smoother for you. If you have something small that you want to bind, we can go ahead and bring that as well. But first we'll do on the practice stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you two different rulers, but I want to show you what specifically you're going to be learning how to do. So we do all of our bindings by machine. Hand is a 4-letter word here in the shop. We just don't like doing stuff by hand. Even binding, and we don't have time because we have to get stuff done quickly in order to get all these samples out and have classes. So you can see here that our binding is done by machine, so it's basically top stitched. So this is the front, this is a placemat, and this is the front of the placemat. So this is the back. So when you put them on, you're going to be doing it, you're putting the binding on the opposite way of what you normally do. You're going to attach the binding to the back, roll it over to the front, and then it's going to get top stitched. So we're going to show you how to attach your binding. However, first we're going to show you how to make your binding strips and putting your binding strips together using the folded corner clipper. Now, if you've never used the folded corner clipper, you will use this and you will go, where have you been all my life? If you have used it and are already familiar with it, you're going to be telling all your friends, you need to get this ruler. I believe that we have a demo of this on our website under resources. If not, it's something that we certainly need to have on there. So this will help you put those binding strips together to make that one long binding strip. And it just makes it so much easier. This also works for border strips. So we're going to show you how to use the folded corner clipper to put all your binding strips together. You're going to attach your binding. She's going to show you how to do the mitered corners when you attach the binding. And then joining those last two pieces together once you get all the way around your quilt and you've got those little dangling tails. So she's going to show you how to put those together with, yes, another tool. However, there is no math required. You don't need to know anything other than left and right. And this is a game changer for putting on your binding. So it doesn't matter what size your binding is, whether it's 2 inches, 2 1/4, 2 1/2, 3 inches, 5, whatever size binding you do, it doesn't make any difference. This works anyway, on any size. And it's just left and right. And as long as you know those, then you're good to go with this. So she's going to show you how to put them together with this tool as well. And then show you how to bring it up to the front, stitch it all down, turn those corners to get them looking nice. I believe we're even going to talk about flange binding and how you can do that. So if you ever put your quilt in a judged show and you don't want to hand do your binding, then you can get away with it with a flange binding because that has to be top stitched anyways. So we'll kind of go over that as well. So I think this is going to be a really great class. We're going to do it in June. We're talking about maybe also doing it in like October-ish, November-ish again, because we know that everyone's going to be finishing up holiday quilts for gifts and things like that. So maybe if you need a refresher, or if you didn't get into the first one, you can take the second one. So yeah, that's that. So I know you guys are furiously sitting there on your computer signing up. Don't worry. If you don't get into it, then we'll have another class. And I can see that the battery light on this is blinking. So we're going to wrap this up really quickly before we die. Okay, so I hope there's no questions or comments. Once again, premium passports are sold out at our shop. There are some other shops that have them, so you might want to call around, but check So Fun first. And let's see, next week, nothing happening next week. Wreath block of the month, if you're interested in that, sign up for that. Otherwise, have a great night, and we'll see you later.